For decades, the U.S. government has been accused of hiding what it knows about UFOs. But a new directive from President Trump could trigger the biggest disclosure in American and maybe world history. In this video, I'll break down what that directive actually says and what a former official thinks the government might be keeping from the public. Before we get into it, make sure you subscribe for more clear, fact-driven explainers about the stories shaping our world, from politics to the strange and unexplained. Americans have been fascinated with UFOs for generations. A lot of that interest took off after World War II, starting with one famous sighting. In 1947, a pilot named Kenneth Arnold reported seeing 9 crescent-shaped objects flying at incredible speeds over 1,200 miles an hour near Mount Rainier in Washington. He described them as flying saucers, which is where that term comes from. And suddenly people across the country were reporting strange objects in the sky. Days later, the U.S. Army announced that it had recovered a flying disc near Roswell, New Mexico, only to quickly walk that back and say it was just a weather balloon. That moment became the foundation of decades of conspiracy theories and the belief that the government was hiding something. Over the years, thousands of sightings have been reported, including near nuclear sites and military bases. Even future President Jimmy Carter reported seeing something unusual in the Georgia sky in 1969. A scientist says it was probably Venus. Carter said it wasn't, but also said he didn't think it was aliens. For decades, most UFO reports were brushed off by officials and the media. People were often dismissed as unreliable or mistaken. But in 2017, everything changed. That's when the New York Times revealed a secret Pentagon program studying UAPs, the government's preferred term for UFOs, and released the now famous Tic Tac video from 2004. It showed Navy pilots tracking a white object off the coast of Southern California, with no wings, no visible propulsion, and maneuvers that were far beyond anything known to human technology. 2 more Navy videos from 2015 surfaced a few months later, and in 2020, the Pentagon officially released all 3 videos, confirming they were real and still unidentified. It shifted the conversation from conspiracy theory to a legitimate national security issue. It sparked congressional hearings and a wave of public interest.
Let me be clear. UAP are real. Advanced technologies not made by our government or any other government are monitoring sensitive military installations around the globe. Furthermore, the U.S. is in possession of UAP technologies, as are some of our adversaries.
Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle began to demand more transparency.
Has the government conducted secret UAP crash retrieval programs, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, were they designed to identify and reverse engineer alien craft, yes or no?
Yes.
In 2024, a Pentagon office created to investigate UAP reports said that there was no evidence of extraterrestrial beings, activity, or technology, but that did little to dampen the public's interest. In early 2026, former President Barack Obama told podcast host Brian Tyler Cohen that he believed UFOs were real. Now, he later clarified that the chances aliens had actually visited Earth were low, and added that he had seen no evidence during his presidency that extraterrestrials had actually made contact with us. Aboard Air Force One, a reporter asked President Trump about Obama's comments.
Well, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. You know?
So aliens are real?
Well, I don't know if they're real or not. I can tell you he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that.
Well,
he made a big mistake. He took it out of classified information. No, I don't have an opinion on it. I never talk about it. A lot of people do. A lot of people believe it.
Shortly after, Trump posted on Truth Social that he had ordered the Secretary of Defense and other agencies to begin identifying and releasing government files related to UFOs. Which brings us to the big question: what could actually be in those files? Former senior intelligence official Christopher Mellon said that what's inside those files could take the entire UFO conversation to another level. He says the files include satellite images of craft in space that don't look like anything humans built, more videos taken from military jets, and more infrared radar footage showing objects that don't resemble any known human technology. He also says some of this has technically been cleared for release before, but just hasn't been made public, and he claims to have seen some of it himself. But Mellon also cautions, don't expect proof of alien civilizations. The more realistic outcome is provocative images and data, but no definitive answers. Whether this becomes a historic moment of transparency or another round of redacted documents will depend on what agencies choose to release. But one thing is certain, the debate over UFOs is about to get louder. I'm Braden Richard. I'll see you next time.